A kid on my floor just crossed $1,000 in savings for the first time in his life. I know that exact feeling. I felt it 3 years ago, at a number 100 times bigger. 3 years ago, on an ordinary Tuesday, I watched my account cross 6 figures for the first time. Nobody told me what happens after. I found out the hard way, 7 times. I process a few hundred paychecks a week. I've watched a lot of people cross their first 1,000, their first 10,000. Almost nobody warns them what actually changes once the number gets big enough to matter. I found that out myself 3 years ago. Before I tell you what happened, one thing. I'm John. This channel is where I document my own financial journey, start to finish, no finance degree, no help from anywhere, just real numbers and real decisions. If that's you too, subscribe. New video every 2 days, 100% value, no filler. Now, 3 years back, Tuesday, 6:50 in the morning, 3 years ago, I opened the app the way I'd opened it for 11 straight years. The number was different, 6 digits. I sat there for a full minute and didn't tell a single person. Not Sarah, not my brother, nobody. I took a screenshot I'd never look at again, and I saved it anyway. The guy who opened that account at 23 with $180 and figured he'd be rich by 30, he didn't survive 11 years of automatic transfers and market drops and the months he almost stopped. I was looking at what was left of him. Rule 1. The 6-figure number isn't a prize. It's a receipt for the person you had to become to get there. I looked up where that number actually put me later. The Federal Reserve tracks this every 3 years. In 2022, the median net worth for U.S. households under 35 was around $39,000. I was 33, sitting at roughly 2.5 times that. Not because I earned some extraordinary salary. I didn't, because for 11 years I automated the boring part before I ever saw the money. That's the only real secret in this whole video, and I'm telling you now, instead of making you wait for it, consistency beat income every single year. But knowing the number was one thing. What it did to the rest of my life is where it gets strange. 2 days later, a group chat asks for $30 for someone I'd talked to twice in a year. A year earlier, I'd have paid it in 30 seconds. Not because I wanted to, because saying no always felt more expensive than saying yes. This time, I typed 3 words. I'll pass. I waited for the guilt spiral. It never came. 10 years of quietly overpaying to avoid being seen as tight with money, gone in 5 seconds with 0 consequences. Rule 2. 6 figures doesn't change what you can afford. It changes what you stop explaining yourself for. Friday, an email lands from a private banker with an actual name attached, offering a call to review my portfolio. The same bank that put me on hold for 40 minutes in 2016 just sent a human being to find me. I never asked for a banker. The bank didn't get friendlier. It reorganized itself around a number I hadn't noticed change. Most major banks quietly start their preferred or wealth tiers somewhere around $100,000 to $250,000 in combined assets. It's not a secret, it's just never advertised to you until you cross it. 2 days later, a pre-approved credit line shows up in the mail, higher than anything I'd ever qualified for. A week after that, an investment firm reaches out about wealth tier services. None of it was me asking. Rule 3. 6 figures doesn't earn you respect from the system. It just unlocks the version of the system that was never shown to you. Saturday, grocery store, self-checkout has 6 people in it, the cashier line has 2. A year earlier, I'd have taken the long line. Self-checkout was free, and free used to be the whole strategy. That day I clocked it, I saved 12 minutes. 12 minutes used to be worth nothing to me. That day it was worth more than $20, and I hadn't done the math on purpose. The math just flipped itself. It kept happening. I stopped driving 15 minutes out of my way to save $4 on gas. I stopped spending an hour comparing prices online to save $7. The smart moves I used to be proud of were quietly just expensive once time had a real price on it. Rule 4. 6 figures doesn't hand you more time. It changes the price you're willing to put on the time you already had. Sunday backyard, David's telling a story about a $280 rent shortfall like it's the end of his month. I remembered that math myself 10 years earlier. That day, listening to him, I felt the guilt first, then something worse. I stopped feeling the $280, not because I stopped caring about David, because I'd stopped speaking that language fluently. The number that would have ruined my month at 24 didn't live in my chest anymore. I could remember the feeling. I couldn't feel it. Nobody pulled away from me that day. The dinner's still on the calendar next week. but something shifted in that yard, and I was the only one who noticed it. I thought about how many people I know are still doing that exact math, splitting bills, counting tips, wondering if a wedding 2 states away is affordable this year. Rule 5. 6 figures doesn't put you above your friends. It quietly translates you out of the language they're still speaking every day. 3 months after that morning, I'm on the couch looking at a number higher than the one that changed everything. And I feel nothing close to what I expected. The thrill was already gone. The number that used to feel like the ceiling was already the floor. I started running new math that same night. $200,000, about 2.5 years out at my rate. $500,000, 8 years, $1 million, 16. I was 33. 16 years puts me at 49. I could see the math. I could taste it. There's a name for this, hedonic adaptation. Your baseline moves before you even notice it moved. I'd spent 10 years dreaming about this number like it was freedom. That night, I was already talking about it like rent. Rule 6. 6 figures doesn't satisfy you. It hands you the next number and the one after it before you've finished celebrating the first. 6 months after that Tuesday, sitting at my desk on an ordinary Thursday, it landed. The money didn't change my life. The version of me who said no to nights out, who automated every paycheck, who watched the market drop without flinching for 11 straight years, that version built the number. The number didn't earn me respect from the bank. My 11 years of showing up did. The number didn't buy me time. My decision to stop trading it away did. The number didn't translate me out of David's world. My discipline did that, quietly, without my permission. So today, looking at a kid's first $1,000, I didn't send him advice. I sent him one line: keep going, the next one gets easier. Not because the math changes, because you already became the person who can do it. Rule 7, 6 figures was never the finish line. It's proof of who you became while nobody was watching. If you're still here, this already matters to you. Subscribe. For you, it's half a second. For me on this side of the screen, it's the difference between this channel growing or not. Next video, everything this discipline was supposedly built for gets tested in 33 days, when the market takes a third of it away, and I have to decide in real time whether any of this was real.